Kay with Spectacular Gadgets, and in this video I want to talk about my experiences with the OnePlus 6T. So I ordered this phone exactly the time that you could order the devices on the OnePlus website, and like I said in my unboxing, this is my very first OnePlus device, and I think I purchased this at the right time. The reason I say that is this phone, for the price that I paid for this, it is jam-packed with flagship features. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the device, and then you can kind of make a decision whether you would get the device. Would you pass on the device? Is it something that you would even bother to look at? But for me, I kind of really like it. So let's go ahead and see what I'm talking about. My experience with the OnePlus 6T has been nothing short of great. Very pleasant experience with this device. I'm very surprised it took me so long to try a OnePlus device. I heard the hype, yeah, it's fast and this and that, but that is no lie. This thing is so snappy. The fingerprint sensor is so accurate and fast. This is much faster. If you go back to my unboxing review of this, look at the difference. This is always so fast and it's very accurate. If we go ahead and try to unlock the device with my face, so I'm not looking, I'm looking, and it's unlocked. And mind you, I am behind the camera, so it honestly opens a bit faster than what you're seeing right now. So the truth is out, or at least for me, I have witnessed myself that this phone is super speedy. This phone does not lag, it's smooth. I have not experienced any hiccups whatsoever. You know, let's go ahead and take a look at the scrolling, at the smoothness is what I'm saying. Check this out, look at this. Look how super fast and smooth that is. That's one swipe of my thumb, and I have about 150, 160 apps on this thing. That's one swipe from top to bottom, bottom to top. You know, if I go ahead and let's go to Instagram real quick. So here, I'm at the top of my Instagram. We'll go ahead for comparison purposes, and I'll take my my Huawei Mate 20X. I will also go ahead and go to Instagram, and here we have Instagram, the Instagram feed. We're at the same spot in the feed. I'll go ahead and scroll. Look how much faster, and look at the spot I'm in on the OnePlus 6T to get to that spot. Look what I had to do. So we'll go again. Look how smooth that does. Now, not to say that the Mate is not smooth, it just takes a lot longer. Look how fast that is. So that right there proves what I'm saying, just how zippy and snappy this thing is, and I'm not mad at that at all. The next thing that I want to talk about is the updates. I've had this device not for very long, and I've already had 3 updates. And the updates is just to maintain and fix any little bugs that they may have, but that is a good look. I'm not waiting forever to get something fixed. Now, I didn't notice anything that was wrong with the phone. I'd have to probably go and take a look at what the updates were, but 3 since I've had it, and that's pretty good. Next thing I want to talk about is how fast the charging is on this device and the battery life. Now, if you use the included charging brick, the charging is super fast. Me, I have so many type C chargers laying around, so I just use whatever, and still the phone charges super fast, and I can appreciate that. I get all day battery life, and with me, my usage is medium, I guess. It's a medium use, maybe a little more, but that's with me listening to my Bluetooth, listen to music via Bluetooth, also checking emails, looking at social media, commenting, responding back, text messaging. So by the time I go to charged the phone, it's probably around 11:30, and it has lasted me all day with those type of activities being used on the phone. You can't really complain about that. The battery is said to be, I think, 3300 milliamps. So like I said, it lasts me all day. The next thing I want to talk about is the look and feel of the phone. To me, this is a very attractive phone. They're making these phones sexier and sexier every time I turn around. This is a nice size. Some people will say that this phone is maybe a little too big for them. And normally I like big phones, but this is the perfect size for me when you compare it to something like the Huawei phone, which is huge. If you compare it to something like the Note 9, which is, not as big as a Huawei, but still a big phone. And a lot of people, they don't really like big phones. So this can fit in my pocket comfortably. I can throw this in my purse and it's fine. I don't have to worry about it. I just like the feel of it. It just feels so nice. It looks so nice. I'm into really attractive looking phones. They all just look, they're just doing, I don't know what they're doing, but they're just making the phones look just amazing. So that's another thing. The size is a great size. The build, it just feels so comfortable in your hand with a slight curve, and it just fits perfectly for me. Next up is, should have probably been the first, but the price. I paid about $550. That amount is a good sweet spot. That's an amount that should be where all phones should be. I feel like phones that start getting into the thousands, 1,500 and so on, you could buy a nice laptop or something else with that. It's starting to get kind of ridiculous. So when I saw that this brand new phone was only gonna be about 500 and some change, I said, heck yeah, let me go ahead and try it out. It's a great time to do it since it's my first. And for the amount, it's pretty good. But for what you get in this device with all the flagship features, I feel like you really can't beat this. This is something that you should totally pick up. Like I said, the device is attractive looking. The camera takes really great photos and it records video extremely well. Call quality is clear and loud, and the loudspeaker is just as loud and clear. So things that you might be like, it might raise a few eyebrows, is that there is no true water resistant rating on this device. So this is not something that you kind of want to have around the pool, around the dishes, or anything like that. For me, it's something that I have to remember because a lot of my phones, they do have that rating, and I tend to wash my phones with soap and water just to keep the germs away. They say that a cell phone's pretty nasty. If you put that under the microscope, you probably would get kind of turned off. So it's something that you have to remember what phone you're using at the time and make sure that you don't dunk this. Next thing is there's no wireless charging. And so for $500, you would think maybe they would throw in wireless charging. Mind you, I purchased this phone for about $270, and it totally has wireless charging. Very sexy phone too. So that's another thing, but because the phone features this super fast charging, it's not something that would make me look elsewhere. Next up, there is no stereo speakers on this device. So that's kind of like a bummer to me, but it's not a deal breaker. There's only one firing speaker on this, and the audio quality is just okay. Next up, there's no headphone jack. So I don't know if that's a deal breaker. It seems to be the trend. So you should have a lot of dongles laying around to be able to listen to your wired headphones. That's not something that, obviously, for me, is a deal breaker. Next up, there's no expandable memory. Now, that might be a deal breaker, but I believe the gigabytes, the storage goes up to 256. This is 128. It is enough for me. Make sure when you buy this device, you get the one that is going to work for you. Last up is a personal thing, probably just for me only, but there is no LED notification light on this device. And I'm a big fan of that because it just allows you to know what's going on without actually having to pick up your phone or wake the phone up. At least with me, I use customized different colors to know that orange is a text message and green is a missed call and blue is a Gmail and purple is a Yahoo. So I like being able to know what's going on with my phone without even having to touch it. And I got used to that because the Samsung phone is very good about, I feel like all their devices have that LED light, and I've come to really like that. I just like an LED light. I can see it from across the room what it is without having to you know what I'm saying, like pick up the phone. And so to me, the LED light would have been nice to put on here. Now, where would they put it? And that's the thing. This phone does not have the hugest notch. It's just a teardrop. So then you would have to say, well, where would they put it? So, thanks for hearing me out and listening to my views on my experiences and the feelings I had with the OnePlus 6T. It's a great device. This version of this device, of the OnePlus device, actually, to me, it can't be beat right now. And that's, if we were just looking at cost, that's why. I would totally recommend this device. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not trying OnePlus devices previously. But you live and you learn. And now I know that this can totally hold its own against many flagship phones. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of the OnePlus 6T. And until next time, peace.